Hello everyone. We are gonna go into some Genshin today, first time for everything I guess. And we're gonna do the event quest. 1,000 miles for an enigmatic tune. From the Exquisite Night Chimes Part 1. This is the event here. And we're gonna have to, for our dear friend Mr. Shangli, go get some bamboo shoots, or some nascent bamboo shoots.
Bamboo shoot.
Ah, fuck!
Bamboo shoot. Nascent
Jesus!
bamboo
I have been.
shoot.
Hello, Kida. How are you doing?
Oh, this one's only just sprouted, and it looks super
Yoink.
fresh.
Yoink,
I think
yoink.
these should be enough. Let's head back.
Oh,
Help! Help!
Did you hear that?
tired. More than kinda just woke up and
Are you
yeah.
okay? Did any water go down the wrong pipe?
Oh, dear. This is not a flattering angle. Who the fuck is this Joker?
I think I'm okay now. Thank
Where
you
did he even come
so
from?
much.
That was scary. Well, at least you're all right. All thanks to your savior here.
Who is
The
this?
little girl?
I don't know that girl.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Yao Yao.
Yao
It's a pleasure
Yao.
to make your acquaintance. Whoa. She's
Why
so
does she
romantic.
remind me a lot? Not a fan of of hats like that. No,
My
the
name's
the
Paimon,
top
and
hat
this is a
is
traveler.
kinda, you know. Yeah, not that great. Anyways, greetings.
I'm Dvorak, a musician from Fontaine.
Excuse me, did he said his name was Dvorak? That is... Now I know I'm not good with names, but I would have pronounced that Dvorak, not Dvorshak. What the fuck?
I came through Stone Gate, intending to head towards Liyue Harbor, but then I became captivated by the beautiful scenery, and before long, I was completely lost.
That sounds like a you problem though, dude.
Just now, I was so mesmerized by the waterfall that I slipped and fell into the water. If it weren't for Miss Yao Yao's help, I shudder to think what might have happened.
You would have died. Also, how is your guitar okay? How did that survive the fall?
It's alright, Mr. Dvorak.
Dvorak.
The splashing around the bottom of the waterfall means the stone path is always wet and slippy. You definitely have to be careful.
How does a little child know more about waterfall safety than a grown-ass man?
Next time you're exploring an unfamiliar environment, try to focus on what's right in front of you. Don't let your mind wander. As long as you watch your step, accidents like this won't happen anymore.
Yes, ma'am. I understand. I'll remember to be more careful next time.
Clip to the next time he falls down. Oh, for fuck's sake. Is this man hungry too?
Oh, are you hungry, sir?
Oh, I'll be fine.
That's a lie.
Please, sir, it's quite alright. I was born and raised here in Liyue. It's only natural for me to extend my hospitality to any guests who are passing through. I expect you still have quite a long journey ahead of you. It's very important to keep your energy levels up.
Again, how does a child know more about these things than him?
I still have some lotus flower crisps left in my backpack. Why don't we split them between the four of us?
I am good.
Aw, what a thoughtful kid! She even has some for Paimon!
Quiet, Paimon.
You're welcome.
Everyone savor some delicious lotus
So
flower
tasty.
crisps.
If only there were more.
More! You already had the Sumpter Beast's share.
Having a healthy appetite is a good thing. It means Paimon's still growing. If I'd known I was going to run into you, I would have made a second batch.
See, now you made her feel bad. Now you made her feel bad, Paimon.
Hope you're taking notes, traveler. This is how you treat your Paimon.
I'm gonna throw you down the fucking waterfall.
What do you think, sir? Are Liyue's snacks to your taste? I wonder if they're not sweet enough.
No, they're perfect.
Ah, yes, convincing as always, Mr. Dvorak.
When I was traveling through Mondstadt, I had a chance to try one of their moon pies. It had a meat filling, unlike these crisps. But apart from that, it seems like they follow a similar cooking process. Both are delicious in their own way.
I'm sorry, when they say crisps, I'm thinking about chips. Are they talking about something else? Because it sounds like they're talking about like a small thing that is filled with some ingredients and not just chips. In my mind, she just pulled out a Lay's bag of barbecue chips and said, "Have at it."
As for Fontaine's cooking, though, it's been a long time since I've had a taste of home.
Where is Fontaine?
Sounds like you spend a lot of time on the road, huh?
I do. It's part of my job. I'm one of the main organizers of the Iridescence Tour.
Iridescence tour?
That sounds somewhat familiar.
The Iridescence Tour is one of the biggest music festivals in Fontaine. We're looking to expand, though. Our aim is to hold a festival in every nation. At least, all the main organizers share this goal. Unfortunately, it's a long story, so I'll spare you the details. But anyway, so the main reason I'm traveling all around Tavad is to promote our music festivals. But I have some personal reasons, too.
Oh boy, here we go.
Well, what are they? Just tell us already.
Why do you gotta tell him that?
Let me see. Well, to explain it in full, I'd have to start with a story from my ancestors. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Oh, please keep it short.
Oh, I love listening to stories.
Fuck you.
We want to hear it too.
I don't.
Okay, then I'll start from the beginning.
Fuck off.
The story goes that my ancestor, who was also a traveler, once slipped and fell into a lake during his travels. As he was sinking and gasping for breath, he heard a wondrous tune in the air.
I'm sorry, is his whole family just a bunch of clumsy people who are gonna fall into water?
They say it was the most beautiful, moving melody he had ever heard. Even in that life and death moment, the ethereal music seized his full attention and almost made him forget the fact that he was drowning.
I don't think that's how it works, my guy. Also, hello Nova, how are you doing?
When he finally came to, he found that he had already been brought ashore. Not too far from him stood an unfamiliar woman with an almost divine aura.
I think he was just high off his boots, my guy.
Once she saw that he was no longer in danger, she left without a word. My ancestor tried to run after her to give his thanks, but although a mere dozen paces separated them, no matter how quickly he gave chase, he drew no closer and remained a dozen paces behind. In the end, all he could
That's
do
good
was
to hear,
bow
Nova.
in thanks
What have you been
to the
doing
woman
today?
as he watched her walk away towards the rivers and mountains in the distance, before at last he turned around and made his way home. Once he returned to Fontaine, he began to learn an instrument so that he could spread his story far and wide, just like the bards. After generations of retelling, embellishing, and dramatizing, people have come to think of that lady as something like a fairy.
I'm doing pretty good. I wanted to stream today, but I didn't want to stream Master Duel or Dead by Daylight, and I saw one of my friends stream Genshin. I thought, a new event just came out, so I could stream that. And then I ran into this dumbass.
The story's become something of a local legend in Fontaine. It's called The Lady Overlooking the Lake.
I feel like I've heard that title before.
People now say that if you go down to the lakeside and play an instrument, so long as you play a pleasing melody, you will hear a fairy lady who is hiding out of sight, playing along with you.
Wow.
It's a nice legend.
Well, yes. As it stands now, it's become a touch too romantic and detached from reality. But I understand the original story and its historical grounding better than anyone else. I wanted to find out the truth of this tale. So I decided to retrace my ancestors' steps and search for that lady's modern-day descendants.
That seems a bit ambitious, my guy.
Of course, there's no way of knowing where my ancestor fell into the lake all those years ago. So I always knew that the search would be akin to looking for a needle in a haystack.
So you just decided to start throwing yourself into lakes at random places?
I've spent many years on the road now, and I'm nowhere near as fit as I was in my youth. The wish that I've spent half my life chasing after has now become something of an obsession.
Maybe you should go lay down.
Well, I haven't lived half of my life yet, but still, I understand how you must feel.
You look like you're 11.
Paimon too!
Oh god.
It's like, imagine if you saved the center of a lotus flower crisp, which is the best part, by the way, because you wanted to eat it another day, but then suddenly, sploosh! It falls into the water, never to be seen again!
Why is all of Paimon's stories centered around food?
Paimon would definitely remember that for the rest of her life.
Of course you would.
There's no need to feel sorry for me. I've made some progress over the years. For example, I've concluded that the story must have taken place in Liyue.
Oh, so you finally found a lead?
How would you conclude that?
Yes, in fact, that's an intriguing story in and of itself.
Oh god.
I'd always known that Mondstadt is the city of song and freedom. But more recently, I heard that the Animal Archon returned to Mondstadt for a festival in the fall, and learned that he himself is a patron deity of music. So I prayed for the Animal Archon's guidance in the Mondstadt Cathedral, and as soon as I set foot back outside the front gate, I noticed a cluster of leaves being blown in the wind further and further west, towards Stone Gate. A friendly local told me that this meant the wind was guiding me in the direction of Liyue. So I followed their advice and made my way here.
Pause. I'm sorry. So the fact that when you went outside we have to remember Mondstadt is the place of wind, and when you went outside you saw some leaves blow into a certain direction, and you're taking that as a lead. You're crazy. That settles it. Then it was Liyue.
Right?
For fuck's sake.
You get it. I knew I'd find someone that agrees with me eventually.
I'm forced to.
Are you sure? It sounds a bit too much like one of those fake legends told by those treasure hoarder guys to scam gullible grannies from Jingsa Village.
Again, how is she more knowledgeable about this than any of the other characters?
Rex Lapis has returned to the world. Just give me some incense and a little more towards the travel fees, and I will pass your gift on to the Lord of Geo and ask him to keep you and your family safe and well. And so on and so on.
She knows more about scam artists than my character, Paimon.
Don't worry, Yao Yao.
Oh,
We have a lot of experience with deciphering omens and stuff.
No, we usually just beat the hell out of people.
And anyway, you only got scammed if you handed over more of, right?
Actually, to express my gratitude, I did spend rather a lot of more on several bottles of fine wine, which I left at the statues of the Seven along the way.
Oh dear. Well, how about this, ladies and gentlemen? Why don't I bring you all to Yujing Terrace to see Miss Ganyu? I don't know very many people, so I can't help you out much. But Miss Ganyu and the Qixing know just about everything.
Couldn't
If
I
you've been
also just do
scammed,
that myself?
they'll help you get your Mora back. And if the wind was telling the truth, and you want to keep looking for that lady's family, they'll be the best people to ask.
No, but you really used 100 channel points in order to do that. Alright, I see. That does sound like a good idea, yes.
But you've already helped me so much.
Well, I was gonna take some new medicinal herbs and plants I
Why-
picked to Miss Ganyu anyway.
Why
so
did you
it's
have
no
to
trouble
highlight
at all.
penis? Are you
Yeah,
trying to
well,
tell people something?
It's been a minute since we saw Ganyu too. It should be nice to pay her a visit before Lantern, right?
Let's head off then.
All right. Well,
Sure,
my
let's
sincere
fight.
Thanks to you all. I will never forget your kindness.
You will.
Okay, everyone.
1v1 me
please
now.
follow me.
Bruh, you'd get
I'll be
slaughtered.
your guide. Remember to watch where you're going, okay? Uh-oh. Paimon's out of a job. Oh well. Paimon will just be a cheerleader instead.
World's smallest cheerleader. Oh dear, that's far away. Whee! Fast travel, best kind of travel. Jump! I do love Liyue. I feel like it's the nicest looking city. I just don't like the Millilith. Yeet!
harbor looks very different from when I came last. It's almost as if I'm listening to the same melody, but with a richer timbre and new variations added.
Well, we are here during Lantern Rite after all. It only comes once a year, so they always have a big celebration. It's fair to say that this time of year is when Liyue Harbor looks the prettiest.
Great! Let's go and check it out. I can't wait to get into the city and see it all up close for myself. The streets are breathtaking. Smiles and laughter everywhere I look. It's contagious.
Oh,
I can almost feel the music in the air. I have the urge to start waving my conductor's baton.
You're what now?
I'm glad that you're enjoying the city.
Conductor's baton. Is he a train driver? Are there trains in Genshin? What?
Hi, everyone. Fancy meeting you all here. What a nice surprise.
What the fuck is that accent? Xinyan. Xinyan, a rock musician based in Liyue, uses her music as a form of resistance against societal stereotypes. So she's a rock artist.
Hello,
Got it.
Xinyan. Let me introduce some new friends. They are...
Traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak, right? I've known them all for quite a while.
I'm sorry, I can't get over that accent. They've made her so. Why is she southern? I pulled her yesterday. Nice. I also pulled her. Why does she have a southern accent? What the hell?
When I was last here to advertise a Liyue stop for the Iridescence tour, Xinyan was one of the few people willing to give me the time of day.
No, nothing about Genshin, but well, I know a bunch about the law. That's about it. I don't really know what's good or what's bad in Genshin. I have friends to help me build the good thing. Shout out to Kita. I got this Dendro dude today. Did you get Alhaitham? The 5-star guy on the banner.
Well, feels like I've been chasing this Iridescence tour bandwagon halfway around the world, but I keep getting stood up. What's going on, Mr. Dvorak?
I tried so hard to get Nahida, but nothing. Oh, you got Alhaitham. That's not fair. But this bro on the banner instantly. I mean, you probably had enough pity points. To more or less be like guaranteed to get your 5-star, and then you probably then won your 50-50. So.
I'm so sorry, Xinyan. We've had a string of terrible luck recently, and every time we've tried to put on a show, something or other has come up to stop our plans from materializing.
Is that right? I guess it can't be helped.
I just want Nahida. Nahida? What's Nahida? Nahida, was that the small, like the small Dendro girl? That was like 2 banners ago or something? Was that her? I can't remember.
So, what brings you to Liyue Harbor at this time of year anyway? Thinking of putting on a music festival during the Lantern Rite celebrations?
Okay. I mean, I know my friend Melissa got her. I know I wasn't a big fan of how she played, so I didn't pull for her. I saved my gems and such for pulling what's it called, Tartaglia or Child.
A Lantern Rite music festival? Yes, please!
I spent on. Did you spend real money on it?
No,
I hope not.
I'm actually here on personal business this time.
Aww,
Hundreds
so
of
no
euros.
Lantern Rite music festival?
No, Nova. Oh God, no, Nova. I wanted her so badly. I mean, yeah, then you probably got enough like pity to then be assured to get
that's not
Alhaitham.
just up to me. Hosting a music festival takes a lot of funding and personnel. Moreover, I've never worked with the Liyue authorities before. Even if I were to start putting something together right now, I think it'd be too rushed.
Wait, but we're going to meet the Liyue Qixing, aren't we? And they're the ones in charge.
I don't want this sussy ass dude. Give me the child. That was a sentence that I didn't think I was gonna hear today.
Uh-huh.
Give me the child.
Miss Kuching and Miss Ningguang happen?
Oh yeah, we can just ask Ningguang. I'm on her good side, I think.
What?
This is the perfect opportunity. Well, sure, it might not work out, but it can't hurt to bring it up as a suggestion.
I can't get over her accent. Why does she sound Southern American? What the fuck? A Lantern Rite Music Festival would be something different.
That's the spirit. See, even the traveler agrees with me. Mr. Dvorak, don't let yourself be put off by the fact that a few things haven't worked out recently.
That is true.
As for the performers, I can put you in touch with some local artists. My friend Yunjin is a well-known opera singer in Liyue. With her support and a commissioned song from the Yunhan Opera Troupe, we should be able to get something going.
But what about you, Xinyan? Are you just going to sit this one out?
What do you take me for? If we actually manage to make the Iridescence Tour Lantern Rite Grand Concert a reality, you think I'd let anyone else perform the opening act?
I'd hope.
Wow! There's that rock and roll spirit!
Oh god.
What do you say, Mr. Dvorak?
I'd hope he said goodbye. Or that.
Okay. I'll give it a shot. But the opening act is not something to be chosen lightly, Xinyan. I will judge your work by the strictest of standards, so please make sure you are fully prepared.
Are you kidding? I thought you'd never ask. Whew, guess my shopping time's getting cut short. I'm gonna head back right away and start working on this. Yao Yao, if you run into your senior on the way to the Qixing, please send her my regards.
Who is Yao Yao? I've never seen this character before.
Okay, I promise I will. Good luck with your music, Xinyan. You've got this, Xinyan!
Apparently we're all cheering for Xinyan
Senior
now.
of yours Xinyan mentioned just now. Is that anyone we know? Yes, it's Xiangling. She's mentioned you two before. Xiangling's
Let's go.
always thinking about cooking. Whenever she gets scrapes or burns, she just leaves them to heal by themselves. She definitely needs someone around her to look after her. I know you must have looked out for her a lot too in the time you've known her. So, thank you for that.
I've no idea who she just talked about. Head to Eugene Terrace, where undoubtedly we're gonna meet Ganyu. Or... oh, okay.
Oh,
Where
it's
are we
Master!
going?
Is it okay if I go and say hi to her?
No. Oh, it's the old lady.
Oh, calm down now, dear. I'm not about to run off anywhere. I'm not a bundle of energy like you.
I haven't seen you in days, Master. I've missed you.
Ugh.
Oh, bless you, Yao Yao. You do say the sweetest things. Ah, look who it is. Visiting friends during the lantern rite, are we?
Greetings, Madam Ping.
You're half right, Madam Ping. We were also trying to help out Mr. Dvorak over here. We were on our way to take him to see the Qixing.
Hello, ma'am. I am a musician from Fontaine and an organizer of the Iridescence Tour. I don't suppose you've heard of it.
Master! The Iridescence Tour is a super famous music festival.
Oh, an old lady like me wouldn't know much about that sort of thing. A music festival, you say? It sounds terribly exciting.
If we could add some musical elements to the Lantern Rite.
Oh, right! Madam Ping, how would you feel about that? You're an elder of Liyue, and you know all about Liyue's cultural traditions. Hearing your thoughts would definitely help us figure out how best to approach it.
For once, Paimon says something smart.
For example, do you think it might be a bit too modern, or is there any other issue?
Why, not at all. Music pays homage to history and culture, and it can also be a bridge between different civilizations. Times change, and the music enjoyed by the youngsters of today is no doubt very different from the tunes I was accustomed to in my youth. Nevertheless, all fine things in life can be appreciated. And so, I look forward to it immensely.
I do like Madam Ping. She just has this, like, wise elder lady vibe going.
Here, here. I do believe that, my own dear grandmother aside, you are the wisest old lady I've ever met.
Goodness gracious, you're all being suspiciously sweet today. Yao Yao, whatever have you been feeding them?
Some kind of crisps, apparently.
Master, you're in such a great mood today. You're even cracking jokes with the rest of us.
Oh, well, I'm sure you must have plenty to be getting on with. Yes? Run along now. Don't let me hold you up.
Great.
Thanks, Madam Ping. We'll see you again soon.
Probably not. Okay. Head near Yunjing Terrace to look for Ganyu. I can see Ganyu.
And when you meet with the Ministry of Civil Affairs, please remind them that the festivities are not an excuse to procrastinate their work.
Understood, Miss Ganyu. I'll take my leave now.
Bai Shao.
Ganyu!
What brings you here, Yao Yao?
I've brought all the medicine you asked me to pick for you. Oh, and here's a pack of sweet flower seeds as well. Also, these dried Genshin leaves make a great pot of tea that's very good for you. I know you've had a lot to deal with at work recently, but you shouldn't push yourself too hard. If you're not careful, you'll end up falling asleep in the grass again.
Well, this is weird. It's like a responsible younger sister talking to their disorganized older sister.
Disorganized seems wrong, since Ganyu seems to be the most organized person. Paimon, you're running your mouth again.
Thank you, but Paimon's criticism is quite valid. I do have a tendency to neglect matters outside of work, and that's something I should improve on.
Yes.
Oh, my apologies. I don't believe we've been introduced.
Train conductor Ganyu. Ganyu, train conductor.
Paimon will do the honors.
Paimon tells Ganyu all about Mr. Dvorak, from how we met to his family. Fuck.
What's wrong? Did Paimon go over everything a bit too fast? It's definitely an ambitious plan. If there's anything you didn't quite catch, Paimon's more than happy to go over it again.
It may be a little difficult to make this happen.
Oh god.
Oh?
Well, the Lantern Rite is the most important festival of the year. Our celebrations must not only be visually spectacular, but also appeal to the tastes of Liyue citizens from all walks of life. The Iridescence Tour is relatively unknown in Liyue. It's difficult to predict how a brand new show will be received. It would be quite risky for us to bet everything on this one music festival.
All very valid points. I completely understand.
You give up too easily.
Therefore, we will not replace or cancel any of our pre-existing program. However, I will submit a proposal requesting to put the Iridescence Tour special performance as the final act of this year's festivities.
Oh.
Some live music will certainly add to the festive atmosphere on the night of the Lantern Rite. As for the venue, let's reserve a space at the docks.
But will we end the night on a high note?
Yes, my thoughts precisely. Now I just need to take some time to give this proposal some polish. As long as I clearly lay out the pros and cons, and highlight the key points of the proposal, given that Ping and the Traveler have both given the idea their blessing, I'm confident that Qixing will be sure to give it serious consideration. Mr. Dvorak, I will need to discuss with you the number of musicians who will be coming to Liyue, as well as their catering and accommodation requirements.
Oh, yes, certainly. Let's step to the side and discuss further.
Oh, I'm not allowed to listen to it? What the fuck? Dvorak.
As soon as there's work to do, Ganyu's as diligent as ever.
I couldn't agree more. Master once said that everyone has things that they are good at and things that they are less good at. So, with that in mind, Ganyu shouldn't feel compelled to become perfect at absolutely everything. I'm good at taking care of people, so that can be left to me.
Wow. Hey, Yo-Yo, can you take care of Paimon too? Paimon's getting hungry again.
Paimon, you're trying to freeload again.
I'm afraid my backpack's empty now, but if you let me know what you like, I can bring you some of your favorite dishes next time we meet. Apart from lotus flower crisps, what else do you like?
She likes everything.
Anything sweet, and anything that's made from slimes.
What the fuck? Slimes? Why slimes?
Here's what I've drafted so far. Anything else you want to add?
No, this is excellent. I'm racking my brains, but I don't think you've missed a single thing.
Perfect. Then we'll leave it as is. I'll go make an official copy. Oh, perfect timing. We were just wrapping up our discussion here.
That was quick.
Not at all. Every second counts for a complex proposal such as this. I will inform the Qixing of this development immediately. Please give me a moment to pass on the message. Yao Yao, thank you for bringing my herbs. I will make sure to take them.
Remember to make tea from them first, Ganyu. You mustn't just chew them raw.
I will.
She's lying.
Okay, I should be getting back. If Yao stays out for too long, Mom and Dad will be worried. So everyone, I'm sure that the music festival will go off without a hitch, so don't worry. And in case I don't see you before, I wish you all a very happy lantern rite.
Well, thank you, Yao Yao.
Thank you, Yao Yao. Happy Lantern Rite to you, too.
We should go get dinner together sometime.
Of course. Everything Paimon can think of is food. Stay put and wait for 2 hours. Well, that should be easy. What the fuck is that? Wait, am I blind? Oh, there. For 2 hours. So, there. Confirm. Easy. After a short wait, Kijing and Ganyu arrive. Fuck!
Greetings, traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak. Call me Kuching. Ganyu has brought me up to speed on everything. I'll get straight to the point. The Qixing have approved Ganyu's proposal. Over the next few days, I will be working with Mr. Dvorak on behalf of the Qixing to facilitate the organization of this concert.
I still think that should be Dvorak and not Dvorak. But that might just be me.
Yay, that's awesome.
Kijing strikes again.
Please. The Qixing have a duty to deal with matters such as these. We have merely moved things forward to the next step. On a more personal note, I am an avid supporter of all things new and innovative. As such, it is my privilege to work with you on this exciting project.
Thank you so much, Kuching. I'd become quite discouraged after our recent failures and was expecting the same outcome once again, so I didn't dare to get my hopes up. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined this going so smoothly. It's like a dream come true. Right. Time for me to call in the performers. To stage a concert at a high-profile event like this is a rare opportunity. We'll make sure it's a night to remember.
Well, you better.
Yes, our music band's finally getting fired up.
Yes, indeed. I know exactly what I'm doing from here. For a musician, music will always be the language they are most fluent in.
But what about your ancestor?
Oh, that. That can wait for another time.
Oh,
Oh.
god.
Ganyu? What's wrong?
They told me all about Mr. Dvorak's situation, but I was so engrossed in drafting the proposal that I forgot all about it.
Oh, that's quite all right. I don't even know what the person I'm trying to find looks like, so it was always going to be a long shot. Don't worry about me, Ganyu. Your time and energy are needed elsewhere. I'm sure you already have plenty to deal with between this concert and everything else going on during the Lantern Rite.
Thanks. It was just that I had a few initial thoughts when I heard your story. For instance, I wonder if this lady your ancestor met might have been an adeptus. What do you think?
See, I thought of that as well, since he said no matter how quickly he ran, he could never catch up to them. That sounds like some Adeptus bullshit. It's definitely possible.
To tell you the truth, Mr. Dvorak, I am somewhat related to the Adepti myself. I am part human and part Qilin. The Chilin is an illuminated beast. I know how important your quest to get in touch with your roots must be to you, because I've been there myself before, trying to find out where I belonged.
Did you say the Adepti? And you're illuminated beast? Part Chilin? Are you telling me all the rumors of the Liyue Adepti are real? So it's not just artistic license?
Why would you ever think that in the first place?
You bet they're real. Trying to track them down is tough, though. Like Julian Karst itself. There's nothing specifically stopping you from going there, but getting in and out of there is quite an ordeal.
Yes. Anyway, if you're looking to uncover a lost melody or shine light on a forgotten aspect of Liyue's cultural history, I'm probably not the best person to ask. But if it's a person you're looking for, then I just might be able to help.
I see. I think I understand the situation now. In that case, Ganyu, shall we divide the work between us?
Yes, that was also my thought.
Great. So Mr. Dvorak and I will concentrate on things here in the city to make sure the concert goes according to plan. In the meantime, Ganyu will reach out to her network and try to find the person he's looking for. How's your workload at the moment? Will you be able to make time?
I can probably get through everything in 2 days, as long as I don't sleep.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you need sleep!
Wait, what do you mean as long as I don't sleep? Even for someone with illuminated beast blood in their veins, working for such an extended period without a break will take its toll on your health.
Yes.
Somehow that does not sound persuasive coming from Kuching.
Be it but 3 moons from the start, he who returns is not he that departs.
What?
Even I know the importance of maintaining a healthy work-life balance.
In that case, 3 days.
All right, I can work with that.
If you have the time, would you join me for this search?
I felt like that was always gonna be the point of this.
You're well known to many of the Adepti and respected among the people. I'll feel much more at ease with your company.
Of
Okay,
course.
then let's meet back here in 3 days.
Watch this space, Mr. Dvorak. We'll get to the bottom of this.
You're all so helpful and kind. I just...
Just think. Imagine if we found the Adeptus lady, or one of her descendants, and got them to come to the performance. Wouldn't that be amazing? It'd be such a happy reunion. And that's exactly what this festival's all about.
I'm sure the wind that guided you here feels the same way.
You're right. Okay, I'm gonna pull out all the stops to make this lantern ride a true extravaganza.
We should probably get going. Mr. Dvorak, could you come with me to confirm the site?
Ooh, we're coming too.
I was wondering, what are your thoughts on music? What does it mean to you?
Music sounds nice?
Well said, Paimon.
Truth be told, the question of what music means to...
Oh.
Let's revisit this question after the concert.
Hello, Evelyn. It's going pretty well. How about you?
Lady Yuhang?
Baiwen, what is it?
Per Lady Ningguang's orders, I've been gathering intelligence outside of the city with the goal of uncovering and dispatching any trouble ahead of the festival.
Ooh, what kind of pizza are you eating?
I am told that a strange melody was heard somewhere along the coast. I was wary of investigating further on my own, so I was just on my way to report this incident to Lady Ningguang.
Pepperoni, olives, and corn. See, the only thing that I found weird about that combination is olives.
But I'm worried that if we don't act right away, we may miss the window of opportunity to take appropriate action.
I understand. In that case,
Let us handle this one.
Yeah, Kuching. You're busy enough as it is. There's a ton of different things in the city that needs your attention.
I've never been a big fan of olives, I've gotta admit.
Leave it to us. Don't worry. Whatever it is, we'll definitely be able to handle it. Well, he will handle it.
I was about to say, you don't do shit.
With the traveler on the case, it's as good as dealt with.
I love food that hogs all the spotlight for itself.
Thank you.
It's a way
This
of
will
putting
be
it,
a
I guess.
great help. I
will inform Lady Ningguang about the situation. Once it's resolved, please come and find me again at Yujing Terrace and let me know.
Yeah, sure.
Will do. And say hi to Ningguang for us.
You have my thanks too. Stay safe and come back as soon as you're finished.
Good luck.
Thanks. Alright. Why is this? Oh, it's something up here. Oh, name card. Oh, yeah, I'll grab the Demon Flames. Yeah. Anyway, I explored the new desert area finally. Oh, how was it? I haven't gotten around to doing that. I saw that this event quest was up today and thought, might as well stream it. Carrot. My carrot. 'Twas fine. Oh, that's good to hear.
Byron said the strange tune was coming from around here, right?
I mean, she just said by the river.
But Byron doesn't hear anything. There doesn't seem to be a soul in...
I also spent some resting on my Xinyan. Oh, fair. Once I'm done with this quest, I'm probably gonna be spending some resting on getting some artifacts for my for Tartaglia.
I was just wondering who in their right mind would come out to a place like this. So, it's you two.
Ah, Yelan.
Yelan? How'd you sneak up on us like that? You nearly gave Paimon a heart attack.
You look pretty alive to me. Can't have spooked you that bad.
Yelan. This is where Yelan comes in. Okay. As a special intelligence officer who works under Ningguang, Yelan comes and goes like a shadow. Oh, so she's a kind of a ninja, I guess.
Fair enough.
Know anything about the strange music?
Ah, you're here for that too? Saves me a bit of explaining.
Haven't you done the Chasm quest? No, I have. There's a lot of character quests and like all those quests that I haven't done. When these event things come up, I usually just, I just do them to get the materials. Yelan is my wife. Alex, you are a man.
Come with me. I've already reconned the perimeter, so we should be safe.
Ah, great. Eat. Examine the door.
The doors and the windows are all fine, so there definitely wasn't a break-in.
I see. I'm so disappointed Bishu doesn't appear in this event. Should they? Oh, burn.
We'll need more where that came from.
Why do I still have this thing up here? What is that? What? What? Oh, it's... Oh, fuck off. There we go. Baishu? Is it pronounced Baishu or Bishu? I hear people do
The stuff
both.
by the door is in pretty good condition, though. It can't have been too long ago that someone was last living here.
Interesting. Alex, why are you crying? Why are you being a beach?
This place is completely empty. There's nothing valuable left here at all.
I call him Baishu because I'm way too buy for this game. Okay. Bad joke incoming. No Baishu. Okay. I'll call him Baishu
How
then.
strange. It looks like it's been looted, except for the fact that there's no sign of a struggle.
So it's a ghost!
The bad guys could have sneaked in while the owner was gone, but then how do you explain why the door and windows are intact?
Because they were a ghost!
Seems you've done a pretty thorough inspection. So, any theories on what might have happened here?
It's a poltergeist.
Yelan, you didn't hide some of the evidence from us on purpose, did you?
It would fit her.
Why would I make this more difficult for you? We're on the same side here.
I doubt.
Okay, well... Paimon gives up then. Paimon's got nothing.
Paimon, you don't have a brain.
What about you? Give up as well?
It's difficult to theorize with so little evidence.
Yep. It's not obvious at first sight, that's for sure. To be honest, I was only able to put it all together because of some background knowledge about this area.
So you were cheating.
A long time ago, There used to be a group of bandits in the Liyue countryside who would sound a horn every time they were about to raid a village.
Paimon, you're literally a floating mascot. No, she's a clown. Or rations. Emergency rations.
But it wasn't a rallying cry to rouse their fellow men. It was a disconcerting tune, meant to intimidate the weak and warn them of their impending doom.
Why does that sound like such a bad idea? Why would you ever announce that you're going attack to attack? Hey, yo, bitch, what we doing? Hello, Frederick. We're doing the event quest, that is on Genshin right now.
To escape with their lives, the villagers would abandon their homes and flee overnight, taking only their most valuable belongings with them. Everything else was left behind. The bandits were eventually brought to justice, but the fear and trauma remained in the villagers' hearts.
So what you're telling me is that they were still afraid of people blowing horns.
Whenever they heard that melody, they would feel like their lives were in danger once again, and flee immediately. The culprit of this crime exploited that very fear to get access to this house without having to force their way in.
Wouldn't they just call the Millilith when they heard it? I mean, to be honest, if you have a large group of bandits who, like, sound the horn when they're about to attack, I don't think you have the time to get the Millilith, especially if your village is, like, outside of Liyue's main cities.
That's quite the story.
Indeed.
The victims obviously will have gotten quite a fright, but at least they won't be in any great danger. The important thing now is to find this copycat criminal.
If we use elemental sight.
On any other day, that'd probably be a good idea. Unfortunately, it's not gonna work today.
Sounds like a skill issue. I don't think it's a skill issue as much as it is just, you know, not able to work. Also, unfortunately, it's not gonna work today. Can I not use my eyes?
Take a look around and you'll see what I mean. This criminal is clearly well versed both in using music to commit crimes and in making a clean getaway.
So what you're telling me is he didn't leave any fucking footprints?
Not only did they stay off the muddy road to avoid leaving footprints, it looks like they were also careful not to bring any gadgets with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Evidently, they were intent on keeping even the most experienced investigators off their trail.
Well, that's a fucking first.
Unfortunately for them, I'm one of the best trackers in the business. They're not about to get away with their little scheme on my watch.
So basically, if we want to find the culprit, we just need to follow Yelan.
Yes, Paimon. Well said. If we can't do it ourselves, we'll just follow the person that can. No.
As long as you can keep up. Since the culprit's trying to be cautious and low risk, I'll bet they left through an area with some vegetation for cover, but not so much that it would slow them down.
I see. Oh. Let's go. Faster. Can you move slower? Hello? Gilly
Here,
Plain.
look at this.
What?
These tracks are superficial, but they definitely didn't occur naturally. Something heavy was being dragged this way, meaning we're headed in the right direction.
How the hell do you know that? How would she just know that from poking the ground?
Their pace is increased. Normally, people carrying a heavy load slow down as their journey goes on and they start to tire. Whatever's motivating them to speed up must be psychological. For instance, reaching the home stretch.
So you're saying because they're getting close to their base and that's why they're speeding up? Wouldn't that make them slow down? Thinking they're home safe, they're at the home stretch, they almost got away with it. Ah, I see. Rocks. Oh.
Look, a treasure hoarder tent.
It wasn't that.
Not the treasure hoarders again. It's so close to Lantern Ride, too. 'Tis not the season for their antics.
'Tis not the season for their antics. I feel like that's a reference to a Christmas song.
Come on, let's round them up.
Can we not? Oh. Yeet. route to the treasure hoarder's campsite. I see. Oh. Investigate and investigate. Oh, that was... okay. Mine. I'm still waiting to see the leader of the treasure hoarders. You might not ever get the chance to. Fujin!
Hey! Who are you? Where did you come from?
The air. Oh, Jesus, that's a death
The
stare.
evidence is conclusive. Okay, confess and we'll go easy on you. My patience is running low, so why don't you do us both a favor,
You kidding me? You think I'm scared of you?
You maybe should be.
Perhaps not, but you should be.
Ah! I've never used Yelan before.
Seems like you're not all talk after all.
Oh, that was... alright.
Mercy! Have mercy!
They were mentioned in some Mondstadt and Liyue side quest, and then never again. Wasn't that the one where it was two, like, treasure hoarder gangs who were working together? And it mentioned two, like, kind of big boss thingies.
Oh, it's a little late for that. I've come this far, I might as well finish the job.
I surrender! I surrender, please! I'll do whatever you say! Please have mercy!
That's a bit pathetic.
Tell us everything. You have one chance. And I'm warning you. Don't make me ask twice.
I would do as she says.
I won't, I swear!
Okay.
You know, so... Lantern Right's nearly here, and like a lot of people, I wanted to buy a few nice things.
And the bandit that Amber chased in the gliding exam mission. Well, he was caught, though, I'm pretty sure. Like, we did catch him at the end, or at least Kaya did, or something like that.
I know I'm with the treasure hoarders and everything, but I don't really have any kind of experience with robbing people and whatnot. So I don't have the guts to break into somebody's house.
Wow, you're really going to complain to us about that?
No, not at all. I'm just telling it how it is.
Yes, but it's odd we've not seen them. I mean, they're in jail. Unless you go to jail to, like, visit them, I don't think you should see them. I feel like the treasure hoarders also, like, it's not that they're one big cohesive unit. I think they're like a small groups of just ragtag guys.
Okay. Continue.
I racked my brains trying to think of what I could do, and eventually I remembered something from back when I was a kid. The bandits would blow their horn, and my grandma would grab us kids and run.
Didn't we just capture the goons? Yeah, but if you catch them and you hand them over to the Knights of Favonius, they're gonna be in jail.
I remember the tune, so I figured I'd try it for myself. I mean, just to see what would happen. At first, anyway, I seriously didn't expect that family to pack up and leave. But they did. And they just left all their stuff right there for the taking. It was too easy. I couldn't resist.
I'm talking about the leader of that big group. Did we? I don't feel like we ever you ever fight that big, like the leader of that quest.
It was completely wrong of me. I know that now. I'll return everything that I took. It's all still in perfect condition. It'll be like it was never gone. Please, give me a chance, huh? Let me make it right.
We never know. Okay, so we know it might just be, if I remember the quest right, it is that someone heard about these two gangs forming a bigger alliance between each other, and you basically got to investigate what's happening, and you find some like researcher being stuck in a cage there or something like that. So you never actually see the big bad guy, and you're never it's never mentioned that you have to fight them. You just get like knowledge about, hey, they're trying to collaborate over here. Fucking stop them.
Give you a chance, huh? Sounds to me like you'd rather strike some kind of a deal than spend Lantern Right behind bars.
Yes. Yes.
Can you blame him?
You know how to bargain, I'll give you that. It's just a pity that you didn't confess at the first opportunity.
Oh dear.
You'll have to take a walk with me.
I wouldn't do that.
Once we've returned the goods, we'll find the owner of the house, and you can apologize to them in person. After that, I'll escort you to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, as a former victim of this kind of crime yourself, I doubt anyone understands the fear you inflicted quite as well as you do.
It's odd that the big bad boss did attempt to do it again. Do you mean they didn't, or do you mean they did?
Does
I'm
your
not sure.
greed matter more to you than your fear? More to the point, if you can play a tune from memory, don't you think you should be capable of making an honest living?
Didn't. I mean, if it, you have to also see it like this. As treasure hoarders, they might not make a lot of like more from plan to plan, and trying to collaborate with each other, it's gonna cost them a lot of more. So if it doesn't work that one time, they might just be discouraged from doing it again because it wasn't worth it.
You mean...
That's enough hints for you. You'll have plenty of time to reflect on all of this yourself. There's not much left to wrap up, so I'll take it from here. Guess this is where I'll say goodbye.
Sure.
Hmm.
I guess. I mean, that's the only explanation like I can think of.
What is it? Is there something else?
Yes.
I'm still not sure how you first got your hands on this information, so play it safe when you get back. Don't mention to anyone that you ran into me out here.
Well,
you helped a lot with the investigation and arrest anyway, so it's perfectly fair for you to get all the credit. Just take it. It works better for me, too.
Please don't be that close to me again.
See you when I see you. And happy Lantern Rite.
Thank you. Also, it's odd that we never seen a playable character from the treasure hoarders. I mean,
Yeah, I'm such a pro at this.
they're bad
Taking
guys.
it from here, it's as good as resolved.
I guess that's the only like reason. Like none of the treasure hoarders that we've ever seen have an affinity or like anything. So are the Fatui. Yeah, but the Fatui at least have some kind of affinity for the elemental powers. Like they have their delusions, or they have created the delusions. The only thing we've seen with the treasure hoarders is that they yeet bottles of lightning and shit at us. There hasn't been any treasure hoarder that's had a vision or something like that, if I remember correctly. Not as far as I've seen, at least.
Whoosh! Random event, a strange melody, complete. Although, it's kind of a shame that we never got that treasure hoarder guy to play the melody again.
Why is it a shame?
Because Paimon's curious, that's why. It's like when you have a tune stuck in your head, but you don't even know what it is. It's driving Paimon crazy.
But, Paimon, that makes no sense.
When we were chatting with Mr. Dvorak, music seemed like such a positive thing. And most music is, right? It can help us relax, feel all warm and fuzzy, recall happy memories, or even just think happy thoughts.
Makes sense.
Paimon never imagined that music could be used to commit crimes.
Their bad deeds influenced the emotions associated with the music.
Oh, really? Huh. Makes sense. Paimon's musical understanding improves again.
That's the thing. There are thousands of treasure hoarders around, all around Tavad. There should at least be one that has a vision. But the problem is, you have to remember, in order to get a vision, the guards need to acknowledge your like determination or like your drive for something. And as far as we've seen, the treasure hoarders, like, I know that we've only like beaten them up and such, but none of the treasure hoarders have actually shown any kind of like drive to anything but get rich.
Well, anyway, now that everything's resolved, let's get back to Liyue Harbor. Byron's still waiting for us with our random event rewards.
Awesome. I'll go up here. We can glide down there. I mean, it isn't Pantalone also the... What? Yikes! And we drop. Yoi! The 9th Fatui Harbingers. Is his name Pantalone? Because then I haven't met him yet.
Byron, we're back! Everything's all sorted.
That's great news. Oh, please wait here a moment if you would be so kind. Lady Ningguang instructed me to advise her upon your return.
Ooh. we get to see Ningguang. Baiwen hurries off. And here we have a Ningguang.
My greetings to both of you. Long time no see.
Yeah, but his whole stick is that he wants to have all the money in Japan. Yeah, but then he has like the drive to like gain all that money. He has the determination to make that a reality. The treasure hoarders just want to steal things. It doesn't really feel like they have a drive beyond that. Like,
No need to be so formal with us, Ningguang. We've known each other for a long time now. You must be super busy with all the preparations for Lantern Rite. Don't mind us.
he has neither a vision nor a delusion.
On the contrary, I think it is those that I have known longest to whom I should extend the greatest courtesies. Alas, on a different day, I would invite both of you inside for some tea and a brief respite from your travels. But you're quite right. Trivial matters aside, there's no escaping the fact that we have a grand concert to organize.
His only power is that he's rich. I mean, that is also pretty strong power in Tibet. You can basically get whatever you want for the right amount of mora.
Once the performance itself is over, we'll then need to invite the representatives of the Iridescence Tour for a discussion on future collaboration opportunities. The financing arrangements alone could well entail many rounds of discussion.
Interesting.
Simply put, there will always be work to do.
Oh, for fuck's sake. He also funds all of Dottores' projects.
Whoa.
Huh.
You're already thinking that far ahead?
Of course she is.
Well, we can discuss more current affairs if you'd prefer.
Yes.
I trust you saw this year's Mingxiao lantern at the docks when you arrived at the city?
I did not.
Yeah, it looked like
Okay.
a goose. Which Adeptus is it modeled on this time?
Which is it's a goose. Chris, how many points do you have in the Master Duel event? I don't know. I think I have like 5 more gem prizes to win in there.
Sea Gazer. I believe you're familiar with the name.
Am I?
Legend holds that he was free-spirited and easygoing. People described him as a cheerful soul and a loyal friend.
It's been too long. I can't seem to recall.
On this marvelous lantern rite, we pray that the fallen heroes may be guided home.
His story is basically Ningguang's, but unlike her, he got jealous of the gods. I feel like that's just all of the Vatui.
If the sound of music can flow like the rivers and streams into every corner of the land, perhaps the souls of those who have gone before us will hear the song of a new era. I wonder whether the melodies will be to their liking.
Oh, they're gonna love them. Paimon's sure of it.
How do you know Paimon?
At least, if the guy you mentioned is anything to go by, the Adepti and Heroes of the Past sound like a positive and free-spirited, cheerful bunch. They're sure to be open to new music.
Well, let's hope so. I heard
She
that you'll
does
be
not
going on
believe
a search
so.
with Ganyu to find the descendants of a fairy lady from a Fontaine legend. I'm
Yes.
sure this quest to uncover the truth behind an ancient story will turn into a most charming tale. Do share it with me, won't you? I couldn't bear to miss out.
Absolutely. And like that, she fucks off. Ooh. And then we can choose. So that's Yelan. Or Yelan. No idea what the fuck that is. That's Yao Yao. And I can't remember what her name is. But let's go for her first. Go to Christ. And wait, what's it doing this? You and Ganyu had agreed to look separately for clues about the woman in Dvorak's story. Now it's time to meet up. Oh shit. Yep. I wanna go for this one. I wanna finish this one before I start something else. Wait until no. Out. Yeah, I want this one. This is the one that navigation's going for. Oh, it's going through all the quests. Wait until the appointed time, between 8 and 10, 2 days later. Got it. Confirm. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Why do you ask, Frederick? God, I wish I could speed this up. Why does it have to go so slow? There we go. And then wait until the appointed time between 8 and 10. So we'll wait a little bit longer. Here, confirm. There we go.
Look, it's about time for us to meet up with Ganyu. Let's head to Eugene Terrace.
I'm already here! Oh, she looks like she's about to fall asleep. She has not been sleeping, has she? Fucking dumbass. She does look rather cute.
Greetings, traveler in Paimon. What time is it?
Bedtime o'clock.
Are you okay, Ganyu? You were nodding off there. Didn't you sleep well last night?
She hasn't been sleeping at all.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Let's discuss the matter at hand. Since last time, I've been thinking a lot about the story Paimon told me. In essence, someone rescued a drowning man and performed some music. If that were all there was to it, it could have been many people, human or Adeptus. But the tune was allegedly so wonderful that the drowning man forgot about everything else, even his own impending death, and only came to his senses after being brought to shore. Perhaps there was an adeptal power at work in that music that he, as a mortal, could not perceive. Or perhaps he sensed a power surrounding him but lacked the words to describe it, not knowing where it came from.
Makes sense, I guess.
Either way, if this part of the story is true, then the rescuer has to have been an Adeptus.
Makes sense again.
You really think so? But this story is all the way from Fontaine. Isn't this a bit of a long shot? Also, Paimon's really curious about how people from Fontaine think this fairy lady looked.
Maybe they imagined her having wings.
Ooh, like a crystal fly's wings? That would be pretty cool. But Paimon definitely can't imagine any of the Adepti looking like that.
Why not?
Actually, Ganyu, if you had to save a drowning person, how would you go about it?
Huh? Me?
Yes, you.
Well, I'd get them to the shore, and then I'd probably hide behind a tree and watch them for a while.
'Cause that's not creepy.
Once I was sure that they were going to be okay, I'd slip away without a sound.
So cute.
So basically, Ganyu's the type of person who doesn't like taking credit for her good deeds.
No, it's not like that. I'm just not very good at explaining things. And I also find it really awkward accepting other people's gratitude.
Well, what if this Adeptus in the story had a similar attitude? That would explain why she just left without saying a word.
I have a feeling that this is gonna be Ganyu.
She was probably thinking something like, one was merely passing by and saw fit to address this egregious disruption to one's graceful zithering at once. You may keep your thanks to yourself.
That was actually a very good impression of Cloud Retainer, Paimon. As far as I'm aware, Cloud Retainer isn't the most musically gifted. Still, we can't completely rule her out just yet.
No.
If we set off now, we could head to Mount Outsung and ask her about it.
Yes, let's do that.
You'll be able to confirm either way if it's her, and I can... I've been in Lea Harbor for so long now that I'm just not as familiar with the Adepti anymore. If there's anything we want to know about them, she's the best person to ask.
Sounds great! And we're pretty close with Cloud Retainer by now, so we probably don't even need to bring her food this time, right?
I've prepared a gift for her to mark the festival, just in case. However,
you still have some reservations.
Cloud Retainer spends most of her days studying mechanisms in her abode. She's on her own so much of the time that the moment she has someone to chat with, she just...
Won't shut
Never
up?
mind. I promised I'd help Mr. Dvorak, and now that I've made the contract, I can't be having second thoughts. Traveler, Paimon, let's set off for...
Seems like this is a tough decision for Ganyu, but she's made up her mind now.
Yes.
Paimon gets why she'd be so anxious. Okay, how about this? If Cloud Retainer tries to start telling stories about her again this year, we should pipe up and change the topic.
No.
Wait, did she leave already? Hey, Ganyu, wait up!
Ganyu just vanishes hearing that. Alright. Let's go. Ah! Too far. Wait, where is it? Oh. Mount Aokang. Off we pop. Climb Billy Mountain. I love the music here. It's so nice and calm. Oh god, I don't have the stamina for this. Oh. Huh? Festival anecdotes. Oh. Wait, why is it? What? Oh, event details. Oh, I can activate them. Oh, okay, got it. Fuck off. We're moving. Hello.
Paimon's so tired from trying to keep up. Don't either of you need to take any breaks?
No.
I can't believe it. Cloud Retainer is not here.
Huh?
Huh? Did we miss her?
She doesn't like to travel, so in the past, it's always been the other Adepti who come to visit her during the festivals.
Could she be busy with something else right now?
True. Now that I think about it, Cloud Retainer would be quite capable of taking care of anything on her own. There's no need to worry about her.
Then why do you seem worried?
Since she's not here, I guess the next step is to check all the other Adepti abodes, one by one.
Uh-oh. Will it involve a lot more traveling?
Yes.
Got it! Paimon has a great idea!
Please go on, Paimon.
Our goal here is to find the Adeptus that helped Dvorak's ancestor, right?
Hey yo, potato bro. What the fuck? Are you calling me a potato or are you calling somebody else a potato?
We can't hear any music right now, but if she's really as nice as the story suggests, she'd definitely come to help anyone who was drowning, right?
Why am I a mashed potato?
Yes, I think that's fair to say.
So, all we have to do is get the Traveler to pretend to fall into the water, and the Adeptus will come to the rescue!
If you're so sure, why don't you try?
You know perfectly well that Paimon can't swim! Paimon would sink like a rock!
Oh, cause you're slacking. Ain't got no. What do you mean I'm slacking? I just think it's a bad idea.
Just trust Paimon! The water's pretty deep over there. Quick, swim to the very center!
Swim to the center of the pool. Oh, mudfrog. That's a big fish! My fish! No.
Help! Help! Someone's drowning! If only there was a kind-hearted Adeptus here to save us! Oh no! Whatever will a Paimon do?
Incoming bird? Someone carries your
What is
shot
going
so
on?
quickly that you don't catch who it is. Oh, it's Xiao. Oh god. That- this is not the face I was expecting. Oh.
How do you feel right now?
Shinhe, too.
Shenhe, and the Conqueror of Demons.
Why don't you say something? Please don't make Paimon explain it.
Explain it, Paimon. Oh, Xiao does not look happy.
Okay, fine. Paimon will explain. We're looking for an Adeptus who's good at being a lifeguard and playing music. But if the Adepti aren't gonna stay home, then how are we supposed to find them?
It wasn't me.
Yeah, so this Adeptus is most likely a woman.
And I am not an Adeptus, as you both already know, Traveler and Paimon.
Well, yes.
Okay, so this is Paimon's fault. No way Paimon would have suggested this idea if she'd known how awkward this was gonna be.
Sorry for troubling you both.
Glad you're okay.
Why does Xiao has to be such a tsundere? You're leaving already?
As far as I know, the one you seek is no Yaksha. And one last thing. Your actions here caused others a great deal of worry. Do not repeat them again in the future.
Oh, Jesus.
As ever, the Conqueror of Demons comes and goes, just like the wind. Right. I didn't dare to say a word just now. How's your training going, Shenhe? Have you made any plans for Lantern Rite? We could spend it together in Liyue Harbor if you'd like. I had planned to spend the festival with Master this year. However...
She's not here.
Oh, speaking of Cloud Retainer, when did you see her last? Earlier this morning. She set off for Mount Hulao at dawn. I noticed she was using an Adeptus art of some kind to protect a mechanism that looked like a boiler. Maybe it was a gift for Mountain Shaper. I did not inquire. So we just missed her.
Indeed.
Please excuse me for a moment. I think I'll leave the gift in her abode. Sure. Thank you.
It sounds like Ganyu and Shenhe have gotten a lot closer recently.
Yes. During the summer and winter, I continue to train with Master. In the other months of the year, I have been learning to adapt to human life in Liyue Harbor.
You still look as creepy as ever, though.
Ganyu arranged accommodations for me in the city, and also recommended several work positions for me.
As what? Bodyguard?
But when I try to blend in by referring to her as Miss Ganyu or Lady Ganyu, like the others, she says I mustn't address her like that. Sometimes I'm supposed to copy other people, sometimes I'm not. It's a little difficult to keep track of everything.
Ganyu just doesn't want you to be too courteous with her.
Oh, is that what it is? Noted. So, you came looking for Master today because you wanted to ask her about the Mystery Adeptus. Is that right?
Indeed.
Yep. Oh, speaking of that, have you ever heard any music while out training in the mountains?
Music? What is that?
She doesn't even know what music is.
It's a kind of a happy or relaxing sound, or a nerve-wracking sound, or even a terrifying one.
Paimon, you get an A for effort, but you get a fucking F for explaining.
Okay, I'm done. I also left her a note so that she knows where to find us. We won't miss her again.
Fantastic.
Yay! That's really helpful. Thanks!
We were just talking about this thing called music, and based on Paimon's description, I do believe I hear it every day. Please follow me.
Oh, really? Great, let's go!
How did you get anything from her explanation? Whereabouts? Oh, not that far. Also, Frederick, why are you saying that I don't have a backbone? What are you referring to? Oh, that's actually a bit far away. Do I have a travel pointer? I do. Yeet.
I don't need an umbrella, but you can use one if you need.
I don't need an umbrella, but you can use one if you need. Shut the fuck up. Up we go. Boink, boink, boink.
This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music.
Hmm? What the fuck?
Paimon's gone deaf! Paimon can't hear anything!
My condolences, Paimon.
Oh, whew! Paimon hasn't gone deaf after all! Paimon heard you when you just spoke. Anyway, where is this music?
The faint sound of birdsong, the quiet murmur of the streams. These are relaxing sounds. Are they not the music of which you speak?
The bird song, maybe. The murmur of the streams, not quite.
Paimon wasn't quite done with the description. Okay, fine. It's all Paimon's fault. What we're looking for are not the sounds of nature, but melodies played on special instruments.
What do you mean I'm low? Like the sound of my microphone? I thought it was just my... Am I? Wait, 2 seconds. Is it possible to raise all output? Let me just... Like, what is it exactly that is low? Is it both my microphone and the game, or... Everything is low. Okay. Give me a moment. Let's see if I can do something about that. Okay. Okay, did that help the microphone? Like the... Okay, that helped the microphone. Good. Is it is it better now, or should I turn it up or down? Or... A lot. Okay, good. It's better. Perfect. Also, I'll just turn up the sound of the game then. There we go. It should be a bit better now. Let's try.
And a melody is?
Go on, Paimon. Sing us a nursery rhyme.
Hey! Don't you patronize Paimon! Let's get one thing straight. Paimon knows plenty of nursery rhymes, but Paimon does not sing on demand. Without payment.
Without payment.
Hey! Why don't you just sing that one melody Shen has heard before? It'll probably help her to understand what we're talking about.
Fingers crossed this won't attract any whooper flowers.
Oh, was that from the opera that Yunjin sang?
Yes.
That was a melody, and melodies can be called music.
I see.
It felt like I was transported back to the past. In my mind's eye, I could see the Zhao lanterns lighting up the night sky again.
Great.
We're all there, raising our glasses and drinking to our heart's content on the Jade Chamber. As I watched Yunjin's performance, I felt a warm sensation in my heart. And as the drink reached my stomach, it went from warm to hot.
She got drunk.
When you hummed that melody just now, feelings from a whole year ago came right back to me, as strong as they were on that day.
Well, that's what music can do for you.
So that's the power of music.
Wow, Shenhe. That was so deep! Music definitely has the power to bring up memories. It's like a time capsule with all the special moments from our lives squished inside.
Indeed.
What about you, Ganyu? Are there any melodies that have left a deep impression on you?
I don't remember if my parents ever sang any lullabies to me. I know some local folk songs. And a few other things come to mind, too. The songs of the sailors down at the docks. The little ditties that the vendors call out in front of their beloved shops. The tunes of folk artists performing on the streets.
All the sounds of Liyue Harbor.
Yes, that's right. In the past, whenever I heard the sound of those tunes, I always felt that they were worlds apart from me. Nenny and Leoa probably view me as a non-human. And they are right, in the sense that I never could connect with humans' artistic expression and their sentiments. So I haven't been able to integrate into their community and be a part of their lives.
So what she's saying, just because she's like half chilling or whatever it's called, she can't actually understand music?
At least, that's the view I held in the past. Only more recently did I start to realize that the only barriers are ones that I have erected with my imagination. The way those melodies make me feel isn't all that different from other people after all. They're about mundane details of everyday existence. Life's ups and downs, joys and sorrows. Even though we come from different backgrounds and have different stories to tell, when it comes down to the most common things that we see and experience around us each day in the city, in that sense, we're all the same.
True.
You go, Ganyu! You're really making progress. You have loads of friends in Liyue Harbor when you think about it. Like, okay, maybe some are more like coworkers and bosses, but at the very least, Kuching and Shenna are your friends now, right?
Yes, I am. Technically speaking, we should refer to each other by the conventional forms of address used among fellow disciples. But now that I know what constitutes a friendship, I do believe we are more friends than co-disciples.
Thank you, everyone.
Once the days are warmer, I would like to host you at my home in the city. Please invite Kuching as well. I've planted many types of flowers. I'm sure some of them will be to your taste.
You are too kind. I couldn't possibly.
Nonsense. You are my friend. I have cultivated and cared for the flowers just as you taught me. Once you've seen them for yourself, I am sure you can advise me how to do an even better job next time. I will save some for decoration. We can feast on the rest.
Then, thank you in advance. Wait, what is that saying again? If you insist?
Did she just say that she's going to eat the flowers?
Do people say that? I'm not completely sure either.
It doesn't matter, okay? You got the point across. No need to split hairs. Paimon's more concerned about your idea of a girls' night out. Eating flowers? Really? Does this have anything to do with you both being the disciples of that illuminated bird?
The illuminated bird. I doubt Keijing will be munching on any flowers.
Who dares refer to one not by one's Adeptus title, but merely as that illuminated bird?
Master, our greetings, Cloud Retainer.
There it is! The illuminated bird has landed!
Double humph. Now she has the gall to use it rather than she, even after being chastised once already? Barely a moment has passed since we last met, and yet your impertinence has reached new heights. Very well. If you refuse to learn your lesson, one shall scold you no further. One has received your message from Ganyu. On the matter of the Adeptus you seek, one suspects to know their identity. Well, shall one lead the way?
Yes, please, Cloud Retainer.
I still have to complete my training for today, so I will bid farewell to everyone here.
Very well. Await my arrival at one's abode later this night. On this special occasion, you should indulge yourself with some savory dishes.
Happy Lantern Rite, Shenhe.
If you want to release a Shao Lantern, come and find us anytime.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Lantern Rite to you too.
Oh, now she's humming too. Alright. Head to the designated location. And then the music kicks in. Okay. So I wonder who this Adeptus actually is. At first I thought it was Ganyu, but now I'm not sure. It's the illuminated bird.
Quaily Plains? Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you ever heard of her?
I am not sure.
Guizhong is another name of Agentis, the god of dust. She was extroverted in nature and adored social gatherings and inventions alike. Long ago, this region was yet a prosperous assembly. Guizhong often invited her friends to visit her home, reserving for us seats around the largest stone table. Sea Gazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the table. He could be quite the braggart. Though usually a mild-mannered fellow, when it came to those collectibles he was so fond of, he always loved to show them off.
Paimon remembers that name. So that's what Sea Gazer was like.
He was an old friend and a former rival. One has many memories of him. Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably become the center of attention. Neither Guizhong nor one was content to let him just steal the spotlight. So we would then also present our proudest mechanical creations. As Adepti, we were each gifted in our own ways, and naturally proud of our accomplishments in our respective fields of expertise. As a result, one often quarreled with Sea Gazer.
So what you're telling me is that it became a a dick measurement context all of a sudden.
His treasures were not even of his own making. He just used his exploration skills to dig them out of the ground. How, pray tell, could he compare to me, when every single one of one's accomplishments were crafted by one's own hand?
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses. Regardless, every time an argument occurred, Guizhong would come over to watch us during our mutual lambastings. On some occasions, she would join in, and on others, she'd take one of us by the limb and start uttering the most ridiculous nonsense.
What kind of nonsense?
No kind of nonsense were we spared. Sometimes she would brazenly opine, why argue between yourselves when neither of you could ever hope to beat me? Other times, she would make unsolicited suggestions, such as, once you two are done arguing, let's go to the foot of the mountain and grill some meat.
Sounds like she was just trying to break up the argument.
She always sought to make everyone happy, and one must say, she had quite the gift for it. No matter what nonsense she said, one never felt bothered or offended. It also helped that she never referred to one as that illuminated bird or lady bird.
Yes, Paimon.
Come on, get over yourself!
Anyway, just as our impassioned arguments would reach the apex of acrimony, Marchosius would bring his delectable dishes to the table.
Who's Marchosius? Marchosius.
Who would dare snub the stove god and his wondrous creations? At the sight of him, we would all immediately drop the argument and prepare the table for a night of feasting and drinking. Back then, one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Can you see yourselves ever enjoying a drink from a square cup?
I don't think I'd really mind.
Then you are most tolerant, but that is its own virtue.
What's the problem with the square cup? What the fuck?
Even one could never find fault with Marchosius's cooking. As we ate, Guizhong would continue to find topics for conversation, filling the table with humor and laughter. Each of those old fossils had their character flaws and points of obstinacy. So why was it that whenever we dined together, we always had a marvelous time?
'Cause you were friends?
We would drink together from a spot high in the mountains until the moon set and the sun rose, and only then would the banquet finally come to an end. Streetwood Rambler would often remain to admire the flowers with Guizhong before returning to her own abode. The glazed lilies were far more abundant back then, Entire fields of them would appear to the eye as a veritable sea of flowers.
Streetward Rambler?
That would be Ping. You probably know her as Madam Ping.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Wait, this is a lovely story and everything, but didn't we come here to find that Adeptus from Mr. Dvorak's story? Or are you saying that it was Guizhong? Didn't she, already...
Alas, long has one avoided this place for precisely that reason. The sights here are a reminder of a time long gone, and evoke much sorrow.
So I guess Guizhong is dead.
One should have guessed that you would disrupt one's poignant moment of mourning with your incessant questioning.
Oh, she's getting angry.
No matter, one will share the whole story with you now.
Ooh, nice.
In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that Guizhong's obscuro vopus mechanism was superior. Though one was too proud to acknowledge it, in one's heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Guizhong and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Guizhong's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul, an emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly, until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili Plains. Guizhong was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetward Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetward Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
One has always been austere and private by nature, and has never relished socializing. One's dealings with Guizhong were born out of discussions on the discipline of mechanics.
Now I feel like it's gonna be Madame Ping who saved the person, but also that was a really nice story. Imagine having arguments about like what music is better, the normal music that people make from their heart, or mechanical music. There's still discussions about that today too, like the old generation saying that a computer-made music is not real music because it's not composed by an instrument.
What? You have loads of friends, and you seem pretty chatty.
Just because one is not ignorant of social graces does not mean one is fond of them. One is perfectly capable of partaking in conversation despite being introverted. But in the end, one is nothing like Streetward Rambler. She is dauntless but thoughtful, not to mention eloquent and wise. Moreover, her friendship with Guizhong was far greater than one's own. Back when they were rivals, they would often compete against one another in the realm of musical composition. That cleansing bell was one of Guizhong's proudest works, having the ability to both compose and perform.
Wait, that's weird. Didn't Madame Ping say she pestered an old friend for that bell? And she also said something about being a vain beauty when she was young or something.
Streetward Rambler, a vain beauty. My foot. That bell has a sad history. Clearly, she refrained from sharing with you the truth of its origins, since the right time had not yet come.
She's probably still hurting about it.
As for her old friend, who else could it be? As soon as Streetward Rambler heard that a certain Zhong Li wished to borrow the bell, she realized that the man was none other than Rex Lapis, and that he had made an enormous decision. After all, we all have known each other for several millennia. Some things between us are implicitly understood.
Whoa! So they were talking in secret code? Oh, Paimon did not see that one coming.
Paimon does a lot of things you don't see coming.
Enough of your intrusions. Where was one up to? Ah, yes. One remembers now. The cleansing bell is powered by a mechanical art, and can be used to great effect as an accompanying instrument. After the passing of its creator, it was used on numerous occasions during rites of parting. But Streetward Rambler did not acquire it from Rex Lapis for the purpose of producing further funerary tunes. No. Each time she rang it, it was to play the tune that Guizhong composed on it. The two once clashed over their beliefs about the meaning of music. Who would have thought that with Guizhong's passing and Streetward Rambler's mourning, two tunes composed in discord would eventually become one harmonious composition?
My words exactly, Ganyu.
Once upon a time, Streetwood Rambler also loved gatherings, liquor, and music. But after Guizhong passed, she preferred her own company. She could often be found sitting alone at a mountain summit, contemplating and reminiscing with her zither. The music would go from mournful to soothing to impassioned. Many years passed before she finally composed a melody to her satisfaction. In celebration, she played the tune to the clouds. Regrettably, one has only ever heard her play that tune once. Which brings one back to the matter you've been investigating. Perhaps it was during that performance that the ancestor of your Fontaine friend fell into the water and was saved by Streetwood Rambler.
So it was Madame Ping!
But if she was so happy with the melody, why would she only play it once?
Because it's a song that she composed from the passing of her friend.
One was also greatly perplexed by this. After suppressing one's curiosity for a long while, one finally approached her and asked why she would retire the tune after having spent so long on it. In response, she said, "Though the strings that played that melody survive, the one who inspired it is gone. Tell me, Cloud Retainer, when the one attuned to my soul is no longer here, who else could hope to understand this tune?"
That's fucking depressive, man.
Aw, poor Madame Ping.
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Once the Archon War came to an end, I stayed behind in Liyue Harbor to honor my contract. Although I met Guizhong a few times, I never knew anything of this particular story.
That's interesting.
Guizhong was quite the visionary, but tragically passed before her time. Her manuscripts still lie unfinished in the realm of clouds. Blank pages give one cause for contemplation on what might have been.
Why do all of the Adepti live in the past? Like, that's just something I've thought about now. A lot of the adeptus that we talk to all seem to either reminisce of the glories of the past or just can't really see themselves like get out of it. They all just think it was better in the end or are stuck by some kind of thing from the past.
Had you not decided to search for that mystery Adeptus, perhaps these stories, too, would have been lost to the sands of time. As of now, you know the truth. That the Adeptus who rescued the drowning man was none other than Streetwood Rambler. Do you intend to discuss this with her?
Might not be a good idea.
Do you mean Ping might find the topic too distressing?
Precisely. The passing of our old friend is a heavy topic that both of us are usually careful to avoid.
Maybe you should not avoid it.
If I may be so bold, Cloud Retainer, could it be that this is just your own personal opinion?
Oh? How so?
I've been in Leo Harbor for quite a long time now, and I've witnessed many farewells along the way. So I, too, am well acquainted with the pain of the passing of a loved one. But this doesn't bring the city or its people to a standstill. They have to keep moving forward. Someone as perceptive and wise as Ping will surely have come to understand and embrace this.
You would think so.
Though these immortal mountains have lost an Adeptus, the harbor of mortals has gained a wise elder. No loss can ever be undone. But there is always much that can still be gained.
I love that you just see Treasure Hoarder wander around the background like, I better get him.
Ping has helped countless people, and will guide many others in the years to come. And all to whom she extends a helping hand become her friends. People she can admire flowers and discuss music with. Though it is heartbreaking to lose a kindred spirit, life goes on. Because there are new friends waiting for you further down the road.
Ganyu is right.
We even asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to this year's Lantern Rite. When we get back, why don't we just ask her if she'd like to perform? Maybe we can even get her up on stage.
She's an old woman. I don't think we can do that.
You youngsters and your imaginations.
Listen, you're just a shiny bird.
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long time since you last spoke with Ping. And Liyue Harbor is always decorated so beautifully during the festival period.
Is not every lantern rite the same in this regard? Were there ever anything new to discuss? One in Ping could meet any day of the year.
That's not the point.
I disagree. Each new day and each new year is different from those that have come before. How long will you simply let them pass you by?
If nothing else, do it for Ganyu.
The edibles she brought this time were indeed quite delectable. Very well.
Oh? She's agreeing? The
And
shiny
one will be
bird?
off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
All right. We should be getting back to the harbor as well. We don't want to keep her waiting.
No, definitely not.
Once the Guili Assembly, now the Guili Plains. Say, if we planted flowers there and cared for them carefully enough, do you think that one day we'd be able to recreate the sea of glaze lilies?
Possibly?
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment prior. You are still far too given to flights of fancy, child.
What the fuck?
What? Cloud Retainer? You were still listening?
One observed that you were making no effort to leave, and returned to chasten and hasten you. This time, one is departing in earnest.
I swear that fucking bird is the biggest troll of this game. And she doesn't even attempt. Oh, and I wanted this one down here. Mine. Swim, motherfucker. Mine. Alright. Oh, too far. Teleport to waypoint. Oh, we're going up there? Shit. We're going to see Madame Ping. That was a really beautiful story. Jump! Oh, and Cloud Retainer's already here. Hello.
Oh, Madam Ping and Cloud Retainer?
It appears you made haste after all. One arrived but moments before you.
Oh, bless my soul. To what do I owe the honor? How nice of you all to come and visit me.
Hi, Madame Ping.
Miss Illuminated Bird, haven't you said anything yet?
Why do you still call her the Illuminated Bird?
Said what, precisely? And why should one be tasked with saying it?
Cause you're the one who's known Madam Ping the longest.
Street word. Or rather, presumably, you would prefer to be addressed as Ping?
Oh, Cloud Retainer, you are uncommonly polite today.
Given that Lantern Rite is almost upon us, the weather in the city is most pleasant, and a sweet floral fragrance lingers in the air.
This Adeptus literally just said, "Oh, it's such a nice weather today," in cursive.
Ganyu, please continue from here.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Huh? Alright. So, this all started because we were trying to help Mr. Dvorak find the Adeptus who saved his ancestor's life.
Ganyu recounts the story to Madame Ping.
Cloud Retainer informed us that the one who played that melody and rescued the drowning man was none other than yourself.
Let me think. Yes, I do believe I recall that encounter.
The fuck was that noise?
What a long time ago that was. I'm surprised that you still remember it. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact that this story has survived this long at all, when mortal lives are so very brief. It appears that she has proven herself right once again.
Who's she?
I'm guessing the god of dust.
We like to call her Guizhong.
Yeah.
From the look in Cloud Retainer's eyes, I sense that she has already told you all about her.
No.
Albeit reluctantly, one might add.
There is no harm done, after all. Lantern Rite's very purpose is to commemorate the heroes who gave their lives for Liyue. Although Guizhong did not live to see the splendid sights of today, she was as much a hero as any other.
So, how has she proven herself right again exactly?
Once upon a time, she said to me that humans were a weak form of life that she wished to protect with her wisdom. But as she interacted more and more with them, her opinions on them began to change. She marveled at the beautiful complexity of their spirits, the sheer splendor of all they could accomplish through their hard work and intelligence.
She sounds like a very nice person.
She told us that to underestimate human potential would be to make a grave mistake. With the smallest amount of guidance, enormous power can be unleashed in them, and a human who has reached their full potential may well be her equal. Someone who could have as much to teach an Adeptus as to learn from them.
She always had a way with words.
That's a way of
her
saying it.
mechanical accomplishments were judged superior to one's own was, one suspects, in large part due to her sheer eloquence.
Speaking of mechanics, Cloud Retainer, do you still remember that potted plant mechanism? The one—
Of course. Guizhong and one both put an immense amount of effort into that gift. It would be no overstatement to call it a testament to each of our individual technical genius.
As Guizhong once said, it takes every blade of grass and every flower to make a homeland. When I see the sight of Liyue Harbor before us today, I am reminded of this.
Madam Ping looks very emotional right now.
Quick! Hit her with a shovel! Well, she's been through a lot in her time.
Of all of us, it was Guizhong who was the fondest of these grand and exciting occasions.
We need the emotional support shovel.
If she were still with us, I'm quite sure she would still be trying to best Cloud Retainer's finest works at every opportunity.
Probably would not be that hard.
Liyue Harbor is always filled with the sound of music at this time of the year. If she were here, one is certain that she would seek you out to discuss and debate the virtues of various melodies.
Oh, yeah! Music!
Wait, what? Oh, what?
We've been dying to ask.
I just
What
saw...
was the melody that you played back then?
Quick detour. I just saw a picture that Millie sent in a server, in our server. Can I donate you $5 per hour and show you etchy photos and say your opinion? What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Is Melissa being scammed or something here? What the fuck's going on? Or is it, or has she just found like that big of a simp?
Oh, also, with you being such a music expert and all, why don't you join the concert as a performer?
I can make arrangements right away.
Yes, let's get Miss Madame Ping on stage.
Oh. As much as I don't wish to dampen your enthusiasm, it's been a long time since I played this zither. My fingers don't have the dexterity they once did. And whenever I play that tune, it always reminds me of her. There was a period of time whenever I started strumming, it almost felt like she was back again. Sitting right there on the stone stool next to me, chatting away. Skybracer and Seagazer too, looking just like they did in the old days. No matter how much time goes by, the moment that melody starts playing, it transports me right back to that time in my memory.
But isn't that a good thing, though?
So the past still weighs heavily on your heart?
Oh, I would be lying to myself if I claimed to have completely moved on. But that is not to say that grief doesn't get easier with time. Despite the sadness, I have found many things that bring me joy in life. It is simply the nature of the world in which we live that even if one wished to mourn for an eternity, it would be a nigh impossible feat. Just look at this potted plant. Isn't it stunning?
It takes an honest and open mind to confront and conquer grief. You have indeed made progress.
What about you, Cloud Retainer?
Be that as it may, I shall leave the Lantern Rite stage to the youth of today.
Well, if you're sure.
Granny!
Oh, Yanfei.
Whoa, what's everyone doing here? Did something bad happen?
And now we've spooked Yanfei. No. Everyone's just here to give me their regards for the holiday.
Yes.
That's wonderful, I'm glad. Well, in that case, happy Lantern Rite, everyone.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite. Oh, I just remembered that I have some work to do at Yuehai Pavilion that I need to discuss with Yanfei. I haven't been able to find a chance until now. I will leave Mr. Dvorak in your capable hands. Cloud Retainer, Ping, we will be off for now.
Huh? Does it have to be right now? Which case is this again? Hey, Ganyu!
It seems Ganyu still has much to learn when it comes to the art of deception.
What a pity. She has learned nothing of one's ability to carry a conversation.
Since it's been so long, Cloud Retainer, why don't you stay? I'll make a cup of tea and we can chat a while.
Gladly. This was one's intention as well.
When you next see the Fontaine musician, please give him my regards. I'd like to wish him the very best with the concert.
You got it, Madam Ping.
Thank you all. I think you've listened to enough of my nattering for one day.
Yes,
As for that
definitely.
melody, I will play it for you all another time. Goodness knows I need to practice it first.
No, you don't.
Wow, that'd be great. We'll look forward to it.
Will we?
When that time comes, wherever her spirit may be among the countless grains of sand and specks of dust between the harbor and the mountains, perhaps she will look at the Liyue of today and steal a smile when she sees the prosperous land that it has become.
Let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news.
Definitely. Also, this is one of the reasons why I really like Genshin as like a story game too. They know how to spin a really, really good story without ever actually having to meet the like central person of it. Like we've never met Guizhong, but we still have a pretty good idea of how they were and what impact they had on other people.
Mr. Dvorak!
Dvorak. Ah, come on. There you go.
Ah, and Kuchin's here too. Thanks for helping set all of this up.
Welcome back. Did everything go well?
Yes.
Really, really well. We found the person Mr. Dvorak was looking for.
Are you serious?
You recount the true story of the fair lady to Kijing and Dvorak.
I see. So the melody my ancestor heard was an adeptus remembering her late friend?
Yes.
That certainly explains why it was such a powerful and poignant tune.
Huh. That's a really interesting first reaction. Guess that comes with having a musical mind.
I have to say, though, it's hard to believe that the fairy from the tale is now an elderly granny.
Well, Adeptus age 2, I guess? Question mark?
Oh, Paimon knows exactly what you mean. Normally, Adepti don't age at all.
Oh.
But Streetward Rambler, or Madam Ping as we know her, probably only became old because it's what she wanted for herself.
Madame Ping possesses vast knowledge and great wisdom. Whatever physical form she may decide to take, her mind and wits are as sharp as they come.
Wait, so she can choose herself to look young or old? Like, this is an active choice that she has made to look old. Huh.
Yep, Kuching summed it up perfectly. That's exactly what Paimon was trying to say.
I think... yes. I must thank her in person. That can wait until after the concert, though. For now, I need to devote all my emotional energy to the performance.
Speaking of, Madam Ping wishes you all the best at the music festival. Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that she'll stay in her usual spot, but listen to the performances from afar.
Wait, are you serious? Oh no, now I'm starting to get nervous.
Relax.
Okay, alright.
I'm here to keep the chat alive.
Nope,
Frederick, I don't
another
think
rehearsal's in
that's...
order. Please excuse me, everyone.
Frederick, I don't think that's a possibility. I think a lot of people are just, you know, listening along to the story. What the fuck is that emote?
Mr. Dvorak? He's already gone. Paimon wasn't even finished telling him everything. Before we set off on our search with Ganyu, he asked us about what music means to people. After our recent adventure, Paimon thinks we have a lot more to say about that now.
True. Also, yeah, they're pretty cute. Where did you get those? Wait, Melissa's already got... Has Melissa gotten her emotes, like, confirmed, or whatever it's called.
Please, share your insights with me.
Only the green one. Ah.
Well, we found out that music can be used for good, but also for bad. It can make people happy and moved, but it can also be sad and bittersweet. And music is like a kind of memory written in people's hearts. It can put you in touch with feelings from a totally different time and place.
Pretty much, though there was more to it than that.
It sounds like you had an eventful trip. Don't worry, I'm sure Ganyu will fill me in on all the details shortly.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna carry on working?
It's Keijing, of course she is.
Just a few things to wrap up. All the groundwork is done. As long as everyone enjoys the festival activities, all our efforts are worthwhile.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite to you as well.
Amazing. We did it. Again.
That should be everything taken care of, right? Oh, no, wait. Paimon feels like she's forgetting something. What was it? Oh, it feels like it was a while ago. Shoot! Latent... Wait, no. Anyway, fancy bamboo shoots!
Made from nascent bamboo
Zhongli
shoots.
said he wasn't in a hurry, so if we went now, there's probably still time, right? Anyway, even if we don't make it, it's not our fault. He could have totally picked them by himself. Ugh. Anyway, let's go check with him at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Yes, let's do that. Oh yeah, that's what kicked this whole entire thing off, was that Zhongli wanted some specific bamboo shoots for a really delicious soup. And then we got wrapped into all of this. Oh. They're all there. Oh dear. What the fuck are they doing? Ah, the camera work. Hoot Tao, I already know who you are.
All right, let's take a break here.
Hello.
Oh wow, look who it is! Are you here to hang out with everyone's favorite funeral director?
Yes, where's Zhongli?
Casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance to your funeral parlor? In broad daylight? Okay.
You're, freaking me out a little.
After everything we've been through, you don't see me for a hot minute, and you're back to being scared of your own shadow.
Yes.
We have all this open space, a clear view of the mountains behind and the sea in front. Not to mention we have several invisible audience members enthusiastically cheering us on. It's the perfect spot to rehearse.
She's talking about ghosts, aren't she?
Invisible audience members?
It's ghosts.
Gotta say, it took me a few days to get used to Director Who's way of talking.
Xinyan was pretty spooked too when she first got here. Just like when she sees a frog, but a giant frog with sharp teeth.
What the fuck?
Come on, knock it off.
What's wrong? I've never seen someone look so confused before. Well, don't worry, because Director Who's here to explain it all. There once was a Fontaine musician who went around town on a mission. He came door to door for his iridescence tour, looking for acts to audition. With my words, Xinyan's chords, and Yunjin as our mentor, we'll take the stage by storm with flames roaring and the whole audience calling for more.
Heck yeah!
Sure! The whole dance floor will be yelling encore! Encore! Oh, now Paimon's riding along. But when you say flames roaring, are you sure this will be safe?
Not at all.
Oh, don't you worry about that. I'm pretty experienced on the stage, and I've already informed the Yuhong of all the pyrotechnics we're planning on using.
I still... That southern accent, no.
Huh. Guess we'll just have to trust Xinyan on this one.
Have you seen Shangli, Director Who?
Oh, Zhongli. He took one of those fancy meal boxes and set off for the mountains. Said he wanted to pay a visit to some old friends. It's a real pity that he couldn't be around for this. As well as being a true connoisseur of traditional art forms, he's able to appreciate Xinyan's performances too.
Yeah, that's right. Matter of fact, he was the one who first invited me to perform here. To tell the truth, though, I never thought I'd really find myself rehearsing here one day.
Well, now you know. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is a great location. All of you are always welcome to come and hang out here, especially if you're in the mood to try something new. I can speak to that. Hu Tao is always full of fun surprises.
She's a literal ghost.
And jump scares.
Actually, Xinyan, I have some lyric ideas for your part. Do you want to go through them together?
Oh, sure thing. I'm all ears.
Oh, Traveler in Paimon. I believe Zhongli was heading to Mount Hulao, so make sure you're hiking up the right hill. When you see Zhongli, please pass on this message to him. It's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses. You should join us too. It'll be a riot. If there's one thing I've learned from being a funeral director, it's how to throw a party.
I don't think those two go hand in hand, a funeral director and knowing how to throw a party. Oh god. We're gonna be interrupting the Adeptus having a nice meal, aren't we? Boink! Boink! That's Mountain Shaper, isn't it? Okay.
Paimon sees them! It's illuminated deer! And illuminated too!
Yes, Mountain Shaper, and I don't know who the fuck you are.
A familiar face. Have you come from Liyue Harbor? How is the city nowadays?
Everything's great! But you know, if you're so curious, you can always go and check it out for yourself!
In fact, Mooncarver has been taking many walks on Mount Tianheng in recent times. I believe the sights of the city are quite familiar to him.
Oh, he's Mooncarver? Oh, I see. Why are you sending peaches in my chat?
Hey! Here you are! We've brought the bamboo shoots you wanted!
Impeccable timing.
Zhongli puts the nascent bamboo shoots into the cooking mechanism next to him.
Traditionally, bamboo shoot soup ought to be slow cooked for many hours on low heat. Using Adeptus arts to hasten the process is something of a shortcut.
Why are you Barak, what are you doing?
Wait, that mechanism. Is that?
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kindly lent me her Supreme Cuisine machine.
Supreme Cuisine machine. Let's see.
Can we not just call it a cooking machine? Actually, never mind.
I think it should just be called a hot pot.
She seems to take a lot of pride in her mechanical gizmos, so it's probably best if Paimon doesn't go changing the name willy-nilly.
For once, Paimon actually shows some sort of respect. Also, why are you sending a raccoon sniffing to some peaches? I know what the peach is supposed to symbolize, but still.
I trust that you found the answers you were seeking during your recent journey?
Yes.
Excellent. The past should be remembered, but not overly dwelt upon. Our journey should be seen as a means to take on more from the world around us. When the bamboo shoot soup is ready, I must insist that you try some for yourself.
Of course.
Oh, Zhongli! Hu Tao told us to tell you something. She said, it's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses! When she says performance, she must mean the Lantern Rite Music Festival. As for the banquet, she didn't tell us anything more about that, but she invited us to come as well.
As you can see, I have a prior engagement with 2 Adepti friends of mine tonight. Please, give Director Hu my best wishes for the performance. As for the banquet, since the Director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
He's always so posh.
Yay! Then we'll see
Paimon, that's literally what he just said. Stop being a dumbass.
Absolutely.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot suit is ready.
Thank you. I will examine it right away. The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich and intense. The craftsmanship of this machine is commendable indeed. Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup. It tastes most exquisite while still warm.
Ooh. Good soup. Piping hot bamboo shoot soup. Good soup. And then back to Liyue Harbor. This has been a nice quest. I like this. Very relaxing. Oh, there we go. I have no idea what it just triggered, but fair. Ooh.
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. Alright, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is Hitao, and this is a little something called...
The Flame Lilies!
I'm up here blazing trails through the midnight sky, lighting up the world below. And when the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the spirit of rock and roll.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you too buzzing by, guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh, I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch you set, or you'll get burned. Hey, woo!
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
Master, listen!
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Master, the Xiao Lanterns,
Ha! Elementary. One shall fashion for you a Xiao Lantern the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.
Listen! That must be Madame Ping!
was nice. I liked that. That made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Cool. Festive Fever Zero. Ah, shit. Paper Theater. Well, we did activate this one, so let's go to this one now. Off we pop. Oh, actually... Yes, I did believe that I had enough for a wish. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, bollocks. And I have one for this one too. Yeet. Ah. Well, that's okay. Let's see what this quest might entail then. A performance going on at the North Wharf. This notice is so vague, it doesn't say what the show is or who's gonna perform in it. Paimon wonders where the location is, but what if we can't find it? We could always ask people on the street. There's a lot of people here. Ah, Paimon also sees it. Whoa, so many people are gathered there, maybe just for the show? Let's ask around. Fortune and health, peace and wealth, okay. Hello. Is there going to be a performance here soon? Yes, there's going to be a paper play. Are you guys here for it too? What the fuck is a paper play? So this opera is called Paper Play. No, paper plays and Liyue operas are not the same thing. Chising, the show is about to begin. Be quiet or you'll affect the performance. Sorry, as for the paper play, you'll know it when you see it. Honored guests, we will be performing Brave Beard today. Before the show, if you want to head to the restroom or grab a beverage, now's a good time. We will wait for no one when the show begins. So this performance is actually called Brave Beard, but Paimon has never heard of this story. Shh! We can still hear you even at a whisper. Keep it down. You can talk during intermission selection. Sorry. Intermission selection. The story of the Brave Beard is quite long. In fact, it'd be too long to do it all in one go, so Yingong will let the audience pick which scene they want to see during an intermission. Jinsing, I'm trying to listen to the play. Oh, I won't butt in anymore, I promise. So, dear guests, what part of the Brave Beard story would you like to see today? Would you like to see Mountain Bound, or worshipping Adepti, maybe exorcising demons, or Ascension? As long as you can name it, I can perform it. I want to see the Brave Beards fight monsters. He's so handsome and wins every time. You've seen worshipping Adepti and exorcising demons so many times already. Haven't you got tired of it? I want to see the part where the Bravebeard goes home and sees his sister. The Bravebeard has a sister? How have I not heard of this? I definitely have seen that before. How impressive. Not many people would request homecoming. After all, only the real fans know about it. Alright, just in time for Lantern Ride, we will not perform the plots featuring monsters. We shall spin a tale of how lovers end up together. There are 3 characters who shall appear in this scene, aside from our Bravebeard, with whom you are familiar, of course. There's also a lonely girl named Yibing, and an honest gentleman named Nanfeng. Do you understand any of this? Paimon's still confused. So this is a story about a guy called Bravebeard, right? It looks like there's a lot of supporting characters as well. But so far there's only one performer on stage. And there's a folding screen? How's it gonna work? Hey, someone here has never seen a paper play before. Eh? Someone in the back asked how I, a lone performer, can be in different places at once and make this performance work. Well, our paper plays may not be as exquisite as Liyue operas, but we certainly have our own distinctive flavors. As you may know, the characters in Liyue operas are portrayed by real people in the flesh. The actors in our performances, however, are portrayed with paper figures pasted on silk. What the fuck? And Liyue operas take place on a large wooden stage. The stage of our performances, however, is but a paper screen on a wooden shelf. Our actors and stages are all made of paper. That's why it's called a paper play. I am the narrator, but I am no actor. You will meet the 3 paper actors in just a moment. Yingong, I don't think they know about the Brave Beard either. Would it be okay if you introduce them to his story? You know, the one you always start with? That's called the establishing moment. I've always enjoyed that too. Please perform it for us, Yingong. Establishing moment, establishing moment. Kids are very excited. It is said that the sky is the limit, but the woes of the world are also limitless. There once was a man named Huang Gang, suffering from human injustice, who resorted to dwelling amongst the mountains and rivers. By chance, he became a disciple of an adeptus, changed his appearance, and grew a black beard. Thus, he is known as the Brave Beard. At the behest of the adeptus, he struck down monsters and scared off demons with his sword. The Brave Beard trained for many years and finally acquired the philosophy of the adeptus. Right before he returned to the adeptal abode, he was summoned to recall the past. It turned out that he still had an attachment to the common folks' society, where he had a sister at home. The poor sister, Yibing, was now alone and helpless. She thought that her brother had lived a miserable life and never imagined that he would return home. As to what happened next, I shall show you right away. Hey, just don't stand there, clap along. Is there a rule about when we should clap? Thank you all. We are supposed to continue the show, but I can tell that these 2 guests are still a little perplexed. I think it would be better if I asked these 2 to volunteer from the audience by coming forward and assisting me in directing the scene. It will give you both a good look, and it will help the actors move forward on this stage. What do you think? Why didn't you invite me? I know all about paper plays. You gotta remember to invite me, you just gotta. You've been up there too many times already. Quit making a fuss and enjoy the show. Fine by me! Help direct the scene. That sounds so novel. It's also fine by Paimon. Paimon. Then I shall ask you 2 to prepare. As soon as you 2 are in position, the performance will begin. The fuck do I need to do? Hello? Hello? Need to go up to you? What? What? As I greet you, gain door. Oh, alright, okay. That's not that. Shouldn't be what the fuck? I feel like it just vanished from me. I have way too many quests. Damn it. Okay. I think we are going to end the stream here for today. It's been lovely and I really enjoy the Genshin quest lines. Be quiet. Right, let me just pop over to somewhere more. Let's pop over here. Let's climb all the way up here. Whee! There we go. Ooh, chintzy. Good. Thanks everyone for watching. It's been lovely streaming Genshin. I might do it again because it's actually pretty relaxing just to sit down and play a little bit of this. But anyways, thanks everyone for coming, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!